that is identified, the impediment, whatever makes it difficult for this sector to get back to where it was in those early years of 70s and 80s, this forum will come up with a solution that will guide the Ministry of Agriculture and Livestock in doing what it's supposed to do to ensure that our coffee farmers are able to get good money for their coffee. Our farmers are able to get back to their farms and be able to increase the productivity of coffee. I remember in those early or late years of 1980s, we used to produce around 130,000, 128,000 metric tons of coffee. Today, our coffee production has declined to the 30s. That is the figures for 2021, 2020-21. Our production for coffee was around 34,000 metric tons. So we want to, in my view, to understand where did the rain start beating us. We want to understand from this forum what is it that government can do so that we are able to get back our coffee, our farmers, get the best value for what they do. I want to believe and share some experience, Your Excellency, that most of the leaders that are sitting with us here today are products of the money that came from coffee. The people that we have in most offices, their fees in one way or another must have been paid by a cooperative society. I must confess that when I was in school, we would only take that slip showing how many kilos of coffee that you had delivered to a certain cooperative society. And your school fees would be guaranteed, you will not be chased away from school, and you would get education. That is how coffee was organized. That's how most of the people were able to get to school. But how we lost it, I am happy to be sitting here with my officers from the Ministry of Agriculture and Livestock to listen to the coffee farmers that are sitting here, to the leaders of the various cooperative societies that are with us here, to give us our share ideas on how we can do it better. And I want to say that we are not in a hurry. We want to listen to you, and in the spirit of our Constitution, and that whatever we think or whatever we want to do on behalf of the people, we must always consult and have the participation of the people. So this coffee conference here in Meru today gives us an opportunity to extensively engage the coffee farmers and the coffee stakeholders in coming up with homegrown solutions of the challenges and the problems that face the coffee sector. If it is about the legislation, if there is any area that is weak, we have the members of parliament that will do what is required of them to pass the right legislative proposals that will come out of a recommendation of this forum so that we are able to have the necessary force of law to implement the growth of the coffee sector. It is not in doubt that agriculture is an evolved function. I'm happy that my partners that we work so closely with, who are the governors, are all represented here. I'm happy that the governors are here. We work quite closely. We want even to engage more so that we are able now, out of the solutions that are made from this conference here in Meru, we will be able to pick out what is required of each part of government, whether it's the national or the county government, to be able to bring back our farmers to the farms, what we can be able to do to ensure there is high yield, there is quality of the coffee that we require, that will be able to fetch us good markets for our coffee. But I want to believe that from this forum, we'll be able to have a solution of the challenges that have faced the coffee sector for a long time. Out of this forum, because we have the practitioners, we will be able to share with us what you think is what we need to do. As the technocrats from the ministry, I want you people from the ministry and the HAFA to open your ears and listen. Today is not about the theories or what we think in offices is what can be done. We have the practitioners, we have the people who practice farming who can be able to tell us. We have the cooperative we have the cooperative leaders who aggregate coffee, who know where the problem is. Let us open our minds. Let us open our ears. Let us listen to them. Let them tell us what they want us to do so that we can get our coffee sector back to track. Your Excellency, allow me to thank you so sincerely for organizing this forum. Out of this forum, my work becomes easier. And I am so happy as the implementing agency of the recommendations that will come from this forum. We won't do it to the letter. We won't do it for the best interest of the people. And because I know, just like most of members, one member mentioned, if there are any cartels, I don't think there is any cartel that can be able to fight the deputy president and the president, because these are the drivers of this agenda. So with those very many remarks, let me say I want to end there and ask my good friend, the Minister for Cooperatives, Mr. Chelugui, to come and say a few words as well. Karibu Mheshimiwa Chelugui, Minister Cooperatives. Asante.
Thank you.